The following presentation will outline the equipment needed to test the operation of an Omtech C232-422 RD7 CTS, which is an RS232 to RS422 extender. The C232-422 extender is normally used to connect an ATG controller to an Omtech Mini-Me RD7 CTS remote display when cabling is greater than 75 feet. But it can be used to extend the range for any RS232 communication device. It will require the use of Hyperterminal or PuTTY software. Both are available as a free download off the internet. You will need a laptop with the proper communication connections. The communication method to the controller is via an RS232 connection. If your laptop is equipped with a 9-pin serial port, all you will need is a serial cable long enough to connect the laptop to the controller. Otherwise, you will need a USB to serial adapter. They come in different sizes and cable lengths. Depending on the length of the USB adapter, you may still require the serial cable. It's a good idea to check and see if the USB adapter is being recognized by the laptop. This can be done by opening Device Manager and expanding the ports section. If it is not there, it may be listed under other devices, meaning it probably needs a driver update. When using Hyperterminal, the program will open and want you to create a new connection. Enter a name that will help you remember the settings that will be saved. An example: COM2. Then press the OK button. A Connect to window will open. Use the Connect Using dropdown to select the COM port of your USB adapter. Then press the OK button. The COM properties will open to the Port Settings tab. Ensure the baud rate, data bits, parity and stop bits are all set correctly. You must change flow control to none. Press Apply and then the OK buttons. The communications window will open and automatically connect if everything is wired correctly. As there are some other settings that need to be changed, press on the disconnect button at the top of the screen, pictured by a telephone with the receiver raised. In the communications window, click on the File drop-down menu and select Properties. When the Properties window opens, switch to the Setting tab. Using the Emulation drop-down, scroll up to select ANSI. Then click on the ASCII Setup button. When the ASCII Setup window opens, click on Echo Typed Characters locally so that a checkmark will appear. Press the OK button in the ASCII Setup window and then the OK button in the COM Properties window. You will return to the Communications window. To connect to the controller, press the Call button at the top of the screen, pictured by a telephone with the receiver hung up. You should notice at the lower left corner of the windows that your status is connected and the timer is counting and that your emulation is set for ANSI and the correct baud rate setting are shown. When performing the test on two properly connected RS232 to RS422 extenders, the laptop will be connected to one of the two devices and a loopback connector to the second device. The loopback connector takes the received data, otherwise known as RX, and sends it back out the transmit data line, otherwise known as TX. Typing any character on the laptop will be echoed back and be seen on the screen. An example, typing a single A will produce a double A on the screen. Should that test fail, each extender can be tested independently. This is accomplished by jumping the transmit data, TD, A, and TD, B, to the respective receive data, RD, A, and RD, B. As before, typing any character on the laptop will be echoed back and be seen on the screen. When done, you can disconnect and exit the program. You will be prompted to save your setting. This would be useful if the need for Hyperterminal is required again. Using PuTTY is a little simpler on the setup. When the PuTTY configuration window opens, you need to select Serial as the connection type. In the serial line box, you will need to type in the COM port of your adapter as well as the baud rate in the speed box. You can either open the communication window or save your settings for future use. Type in a name in the Saved Sessions box and press the Save button. When you run PuTTY again, select your saved file and press the Load button. Press the Open button to start the communication window. PuTTY by default will not echo back the typed characters as does Hyperterminal. Therefore, when you type any character, you will see just a response. An example, typing a single A will only produce a single A on the screen. This completes the presentation on testing the RS232 to RS422 adapter.